Hi, thank you for joining my live. Thank you so much. So I just started this live. If you're just joining, please don't forget to drop a comment. If you have a question, please ask. I was actually about to leave this live because I waited for like a minute or two. I didn't see anybody, and I was like, okay, maybe nobody's gonna show up today. Well, some days are like that. People don't just show up, and then you just have to keep moving on. Hi, welcome to live. Please drop a comment. Let me know I'm not alone. Oh, they've gone again. It's funny how you're excited that people just join the live and then before you know everybody disappears. And then you're back to talking to yourself. Hi, welcome. So usually for every live I would like put a topic, talk about something, but I think in the last 2 days I've decided to just keep it open, like not talk about anything, like just not talk about anything, like not put a topic, like just make it very random because I figured that and I realized that most times when I come alive, I get asked questions that are not related to the topic I want to talk about. So we end up talking about the question, which is always very interesting because most of the things people ask are actually very interesting and things I'd love to talk about. So sometimes it's good to just keep it very random and keep it like not peg any topic or something. So I discovered that maybe because I've not been very active on live, I've not been coming on live so often, and I've also not been very active on my channel. It kind of might maybe like affected the engagement on my channel. This thing is more like it's something I just do part time. I don't dedicate so much time to it. Like I just show up once in a while, and because I'm very busy with school, sometimes you come back, you're very exhausted, and then you don't even have time. Sometimes your entire day is full with so much activities, and then you don't have a choice than to just. Sometimes you want to just post videos, you want to come on live, but there's no time. So you just like, okay, let me just leave it today. I actually wish I can spend more time because this is, like I said, in one of my life, this is something that I do. Um, it's something I enjoy doing. It's something that is different from my schoolwork, it's different from my research. It's something I do on the side, and it's really, for me, it's something I enjoy doing. Just that I wish that it's something that I do away from my research. So it's something I enjoy doing that it's a very good distraction for me, like away from the lab, away from other things, a place where I can just be myself, where I can just talk about other things that I'm really interested in and I'm passionate about. So it's kind of, but then in recent times, I've not had time because I've been very busy. Like today, I had to deliberately, I don't think I spent up to an hour in the lab today because I just wanted to rest. I can't remember the last time I slept in the afternoon. Today I slept in the afternoon so much. I slept for I think 2 hours or so. I think the sleep has not cleared from my eyes. You can see that it looks like this. It looks like my eyes is still sleeping. So I've actually had to. Today was just deliberate. I decided I was going to sleep at home. I mean, of course, I decided to do that because today my experiments, I did an experiment and it failed. You know, if you are into sciences and if you're into laboratory experiments, you discover that you get to experience a lot of field experiments, and it's not about if you are good or not. I think it's just part of the process. And then sometimes you have to try some things over and over and you still don't get it right. I am from Nigeria. So I see more people are joining. I feel encouraged to see more people join this live. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. If you have a question, please drop it in the comment section. Today I'm not like pegging a topic to this live. I'm just keeping it very open, talk about something random and not talk too much. If you're just hi Parker, hi Mutanda. Sorry if your name is if I'm if I'm not pronouncing your name correctly, please forgive me. So if you're new to my channel, this is Let's Talk with Ene. It's just a very small channel that I'm growing. And I'm growing. I'm talking about my consistency journey. I talk a lot about consistency, productivity. Oh, nice to meet you. I talk about how to create the best version of yourself. I talk about self-esteem and self-confidence. So this is a space where I'm just growing and learning to get and learning. And then I love being productive. I love being productive. And consistency is one of the things that I realize that has become a part of my life, and I've been able to walk my way through. I've learned how to stay consistent doing things, how to consistently show up, and how to make you more productive, and how you can achieve anything consistently. So if this is something that relates to you, if this is something that you like, please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like. I come on live once in a while. I know I talk about how I want to be consistent with live, but it's not been easy to come on live. I really admire people who have energy and who are able to create time to come on live. Like, I really admire them a lot. I wish I could do that. Sometimes I come on live and I'm like, oh God. You see, even though I slept earlier, you see that I'm still feeling a bit sleepy. But I did slept earlier because today I deliberately decided to stay at home and rest and just think about my life. Think about my life, think about the way forward. So it's actually been very interesting and very productive. Okay, I see there's just one person that's remaining. You know, if you have to focus on the growth on YouTube and compare yourself with what other people are doing, sincerely you feel very discouraged because some people just show up on life and then they see like 5,000 viewers. Some people 100 viewers, 200, and then you just have like one or two. And then you see some people just come on their first video and they'll be like, welcome to my YouTube channel. And then you see them, they say, oh, some persons come online, they talk about how they grew their channel from 0 to 1,000 or 5,000 in 1 month. And then here you are in how many months? For some persons, in several years, they are struggling to grow a channel. And then you're wondering how some person did it in 1 month or few months. What magic did they perform that you've not been able to perform? So, but I've learned to I've come to realize that our journey is different and our paths are different, and we all cannot grow at the same pace. Some persons will have to go through different processes, others have to go there faster, some would get experience some delays because we all, even if we're going to the same place, we're probably not using the same means. It's just like somebody traveling to a country or traveling to the next city. Somebody using a bike, someone using a bicycle, someone using a car, someone using a bus, someone using a train, and then someone using an aeroplane. Even though they all arrive eventually at that destination, they would not arrive at the same time. Some will arrive there faster, others will arrive there much, much, much later, others will arrive there earlier. But the most important thing is that they are going to eventually arrive there. I think that's the most important thing. Whether they arrive in 5 minutes, in 10, in 1 hour, in 5 hours, eventually they are going to arrive there. That's the most important thing. And that's one of the reasons I've learned to focus on my journey. I've learned to focus on my part. I've learned to grow, take it one step at a time. Even if I'm not experiencing growth as I would just focus on what I'm doing, how much I'm growing, the experiences I'm having, the things I'm learning, and take it one step at a time. It doesn't matter if it's as productive as I would have wanted. The most important thing is that I eventually get there. So while I'm waiting to get there because others are there before me, what do? I keep showing up. I don't compare myself and other persons or our journeys. I just keep going. I just keep doing it, doing what I'm doing. I just keep showing up. So the most important thing is showing up and to stop just comparing yourself. One thing I've learned about comparison is that comparison distracts you from your journey. It distracts you from getting there. You know you're meant to get there, but you're just too distracted because you're looking at someone else run, someone else do what they're meant to do, someone else. It's very, it's very, very distracting. So most times, I'll be like, I can't allow somebody distract me from what I'm supposed to do. I can't allow someone distract me. I rather focus on my own journey and focus on what I'm doing and just show up every day. It's good and it's really amazing that someone else is doing what they are supposed to do. Someone else is making progress. Someone else is showing up. Someone else is being productive. But I wouldn't distract myself by focusing on that, by comparing my progress with them. If there's one thing I've realized, that person you're probably comparing yourself with online and thinking they are doing better than you, or even offline, we can't see everything from the face value. You realize that you're even doing much better. You're making progress, but because you're focusing on someone you don't even understand. So it's better not even. There's so many that you think that somebody's ahead of you, somebody's making more progress, someone is doing better than you. Maybe their life is better. And then you realize that life is not the way you think. It's not as amazing as you assumed. Everybody have their own fight. Everybody have their own struggles. And you're probably doing better. But it's none of your business. So it's just better to learn to focus on your journey, and that's all. And just show up and just be consistent. For me, that's the most important thing, and that's what I've chosen. And that's one of the reasons, sometimes when people see that you mind your business so much and you're focused, they will be like, this person is proud. This person is so proud. This person is so proud. Like, because you choose to mind your business, because you choose not to be everywhere or make so much noise, because you choose to keep to yourself, people feel you're proud. People feel you're trying to form. People feel like, oh, she's feeling like she's better than others. She's feeling like, what's she feeling like she's. But meanwhile, That's your style. You've just realized and you know that the best way I can be more productive is to focus on my journey, on your journey. For me, that's my best. That's my that's my strategy. To focus on me, to focus on my journey, and stop being distracted by other people or what they are doing. What they are doing is amazing. That's their business. It's none of my business. I don't want to know what's happening in your life. I don't want to know if you're making progress or not. That's not my business. I just want to focus on me, on what I'm doing, on what I want to achieve. And that's why sometimes some persons will try to ask you, oh, what are you doing? Why don't you know what's happening in this person's life? Why don't you know? Like, I don't care. I don't want to know. There's a lot happening in my life for me to be focused on what's happening in someone else's life. I have so much to do. There's so much ahead of me for me to be concerned about what's happening in somebody else's life. I just want to be concerned about what's happening in my life. I mean, there's a lot I need to do. There's a lot of progress I need to make. There's a lot at stake. There's so much I can do and need to do. So why would I be bothered by something that's happening in someone else's life? I mean, you get around someone, they're trying to tell you about what's happening here. Oh, do you know this person is happening? Do you know this is happening to this person? Do you know that is happening to this person? Like, they all know what's happening to everybody. But they don't know what's happening. They are not making progress in their own life. So it's really funny for me that why are you just concerned about what's happening in other people's life? Why are you just poke nosing everywhere? Why are you trying to gather information? Are you in the, are you a secret agent? Are you in the security unit or something? You should be bothered about your own life and what's happening in your life and not other people. I think the best way to make progress is to focus on yourself, and the best way to be productive is to focus on your journey. You'll make more progress that way.